Getting a little emotional in here. Who has the greatest sense of humor in here that puts an 80-year-old guy up here, give near the end of the speeches? All my friends are my age, they're all going to sleep back there. And you got to remember, I come from the original six. I played hockey without a helmet. I forgot the whole speech, but I did remember the rules, 3 to 5 minutes. There's my sheet. Well, Jennifer talked about hockey. Then Russ talked about sports injury. Rita, you stole the show. The government official said some nice things about doing budgets. That's all I got to say, so I'll just say ditto, 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 ditto. Thanks for welcoming me. I'd like to thank so many people. There's so many memories where you got the tapes and everything. My old buddy Stemmer. And first of all, I want to thank my family, like everybody else has. My wonderful wife, the Bonbons, my best friend. Oh, you're here. My two sisters, Joni and Peggy, my niece, Jody. My wonderful two children, Vanessa, who just came in from California today. My best friend, my buddy, Chris. He just came in from New York last night. Was not expecting all this. Really quite an honor to have family. All the friends I have out here, WHA guys, NHL guys I grew up playing hockey, all come out for this, and their wives came along. Really appreciate that, because they were the only sensible people we hung around with. But how do you get up here? A lot of great talks tonight in sports and your careers. I came from an area, 713 Strathcona, Isaac Brock. I was lucky to grow up with a bunch of great guys who were all good athletes, and our community allowed me to play all the sports. My buddies, we could play hockey. Donnie McKenzie, my old coach, is here. Baseball, football. We were allowed in our neighborhood. Our parents supported us, the neighbors supported us. And I look back now, how lucky I was to play any sport I wanted and have that kind of support. For me, it was huge. I'm going to touch on it a little bit later. The old days, 6 teams in the NHL, very difficult to make the NHL. I signed with the Boston Bruins when I was 16. When I was 19, they called me up for that one game. And don't laugh, they paid me $100. Then to get to the NHL again, very difficult, but I was lucky. Los Angeles Kings drafted me, got to play with Winnipegger Terry Sawchuk, Yuki, 200 shutouts, Winnipeg, Manitoba guy. We got a lot of good Winnipeg, Manitoba. The hockey guys who got it back, I don't hold a candle to them. So then I get into LA. I like firsts. When I got asked to come into this wonderful Hall of Fame with a great group. We've all agreed this is the best class ever. And I got where's the volleyball guys? They'll stand up and protect me. You guys ever play defense? We could have used you in New York. So then what happens? I look at my stats just because of this meal and award. I can honestly say I got the first assist for Los Angeles Kings. I was the first player that scored an overtime goal in the Stanley Cup. It was a record, you can't take it away. My goal was 19 seconds. I broke a record from 1940. Today, everybody talk about it. Then nobody knew about it. But then I was also taught in my family, don't get a big head, kid. 19 seconds, pretty good. We have a Hall of Famer here named Billy Mozianko. Scored 3 goals in 21 seconds. So shut up and sit down, Ted. You're not that good. My life in the NHL just expanded when I got traded to New York Rangers, the Big Apple. The biggest entertainment building in the world. Played with a bunch of great guys. I won an award called the Players' Player Award. I remember getting that award voted by, like you say, the Hall of Fame guys, the gag line. I appreciated that. but I was also being groomed that you give back in society. As an athlete, we have a voice. So through hockey and family, I ended up doing a lot of charitable work, and to this day I still do. A lot of foundation work, which is very important to me. I was lucky enough with the New York Rangers, they got me involved with the intellectual disability. Rita, we both said it together. And to your beautiful mom, you deserve a gold medal. Wonderful lady. So by being involved with humanitarian work, I was lucky enough to win that Charlie Conacher Award for helping out society. And the biggest thrill I got, I'm talking about what hockey gave me, not with just the sports and points. I was asked to go by the NHL to the World Special Olympic Games supported by the Kennedy Foundation, Eunice Kennedy Shriver. I went to the 4th World Games in Michigan. There's been 16 all along. There I experienced 10 countries, 1,500 athletes, and I got the bug for all these athletes. So, as my career goes on, very proud of the number of games I played, the number of goals I got, but my most important thing in my life is the ability to work with other people, and especially the Special Olympics. My last year, I quit, went back home, and I was lost. Quit hockey. I got a call from the National Hockey League and Harry Red Foster, and they said, Ted, there's Special Olympics booming all around the world. Manitoba doesn't have a chapter. Would you get a chapter going? I said, yes. And thankfully, I met Dan Johnson, the brilliant young man with enthusiasm. He was the key. Dan and his friends put a board together that would match anybody in the world. Jim Headley's here tonight. A bunch of people from Special, Maureen Dowd. We had a great time, and we got Special Olympics going. And today, it's one of the best in the world. But tonight, I want to end up with one of my other firsts in my life. 1977, I got that thing started. And tonight, 47 years later, I'm going to the Manitoba Sports Hall of Fame with the first Special Olympic athlete, Rita Hull. It is my honor because I had a chance to meet the Kennedy family. And Eunice Kennedy Shriver wanted exposure of sports to the intellectual disabled. Give them more sports. Let them try. They can't do it, let them try something else. Let them experience wins and losses. Let them experience travel. Let them experience fellowship. I got it at Isaac Brock. Rita, I just know the people I work with, Dr. Frank Hayden, Harry Red Foster, the Kennedy family. You're the epitome of what they wanted to see happen. It just wasn't sports. It was how you were going to live your life after. I admire you so much. Special Olympics. Thank you for being in my life. That's what I'm talking about tonight. I was lucky to play hockey, but I was so lucky I was given the ability to go out and help other people. So God bless every one of you. Thank you so much for this induction.